Zoe, don't turn me on right before we stream.
And welcome back to ANIPOD Presents The In-Quy'zz-ition. I am your host, Dippy, and these are my lovely players. Say hi, lovely players.
I thought you stopped counting.
I did stop counting because I was ready to go.
Oh my god! As a reminder, viewers, this channel has some adult-themed content in it.
And remember, we are real people. Don't ship us.
Literally.
Wow.
You can ship us with our D&D characters. I'm fine with
I
that.
will read
know.
fanfiction though. Don't mind me.
I have openly read fanfic of me and Zoe living in a house together.
Oh my god.
The fuck?
old school fanfic.
Yeah, no,
Me,
I
Zoe.
remember that.
No,
I
it's pretty
remember that,
good
yeah.
too.
You have
fine, yeah.
mentioned that
Alright, so-
before. It still boggles the mind.
It's so funny.
So welcome back to The In-Quy'zz-ition. This is your favorite show about a bunch of people in a junkyard world. Living in a junkyard world with my head up in outer space.
Everything is INQUYZZITILM.
INQUYZZIT. All right. It's close.
Pretty
And
good.
we are finally coming back to you after a small break. A couple of trips have happened in the interim that, yeah, they were very fun trips. And you can hear about them in a video that I will edit together soon, I guess.
You can send me the footage and I'll do it. I don't care. Like
The footage is in the drive. Both of the raw videos are in the drive, I think.
I don't know.
But the editing I was going to do was going to be like multicam type editing where
Anyway.
it's this camera and then it's this camera.
Yeah, all right. Anyway.
That'll come out sooner rather than later. But this is episode 60 of the In-Quy'zz-ition. Can you believe it? 60 episodes of Junkyard World.
Yeah.
I can. I don't know if the rest of these fuckers can. But
Do you have anything planned for 69?
oh, I should though, shouldn't I?
Start playing now.
It's just episode 68 part 2.
That's the brothel episode.
I wanted
That's-
said,
Yeah, I
I
was
am
going to say, you're
yet,
going to break out the blue book for that.
I wanted said, I am yet again another guest that has been kidnapped for a stream on this channel.
Yes.
What do you
Yeah, what?
Kidnapped, you're here willingly.
I mean,
Yeah, we
it's
asked
summoned.
consent.
Summoned.
So, what do we do?
By the way, both characters are from a different plane of existence than the one that they're actually on.
I know. Funny how that works, huh?
True. So, first and foremost, oh, I don't have any tabletop audio going.
How could you?
Actually, this isn't, what is it? It's not, there we go, village.
Hey, did we level up?
I swear to God. No.
I'm actually
Remember that
quite
level
happy
of
with
it,
where I'm at right now because my current hit point max is 69. Let's go.
Nice.
My hit
Nice.
point. A
I think
92.
Y'all will basically, I think I've mentioned in the past, at the moment that y'all defeat this creature that is hanging out in the fucking place that you're going to, that will probably be the next milestone. Probably. But yeah.
I don't get to level up for a while. Anyway.
Exactly. You're already 2 levels higher than a party you were designed to kill.
Unless they pull, unless they pull the wrong card out of Allie's deck.
So, before we get started, thank you, tabletopaudio.com, the #1 source of sound effects and background music and ambient noise tracks for your tabletop role-playing games, both online and in person. They have extended versions of audio tracks available on their non-obligatory Patreon, and they have merch and smart home compatibility, so that there are other ways for you to support their ventures, because it is completely free. And if you use it online, all they ask is you give them a shout, and that's exactly what we're doing here. Thank you, Tabletop Audio, for being the music to our ears. Oh, I like this new track. I like the look of the thumbnail for this new track called Monsoon Temple. Oh, that looks fun. Might not be appropriate for our setting, but I don't. Oh, it's in sneak peek
Yeah.
mode.
Lachlan.
It's in sneak peek mode. Shut up. No, well, no, you made that change already. I can't say shut up. Anyway. Oh man. What else?
We have fun here.
We have fun here. Stay
Best.
tuned till the end for upcoming episodes of our shows. We have been very inactive, but we have been inactive because we have been recharging. And we will soon be coming back with a whole battery of shows for you.
I'm recharged.
Battery?
I am recharged. Catch me every day of the week making crosswords. No.
Oh my god. I heard that was very successful.
It was fun. I might start doing it on my channel. We'll see.
There you go.
I haven't streamed on that in years, but
exactly. That wasn't meant to be mean. I'm sorry.
no, it's fine. No. I didn't feel like it was mean. You're okay.
Okay, so for now, I shall give you all the spiel, and we will move swiftly right along.
Give us a spiel.
Give us a follow if you like what you see. Give us a subscription if you're feeling generous. A Prime subscription gives us the money and you the ad-free experience at no cost to you with an Amazon Prime account. Give us a subscription on the YouTube channel to keep up with the VODs of all of our shows, past, present, and future. Follow the link tree in the description of both the VOD and the live to see all of our other fun stuff, like the Instagram, to see updates when we go live, clips edited by our friend Brett, and memes made by our patriarch Dono. You can go to the merch store to have a small piece of the channel with you. The new merch is so fun, and it's so clean. I love it. And the fan Discord server, where you can chat with us and all of your fellow ANIPOD fans anytime you like, even in the wee hours of the night.
We have a book club. Sorry.
There is a book club, yes. As always, we appreciate anything you do to support the channel and support what we do here, but do what you can, not what you feel like you have to. Your financial security and responsibility is more important to us than us entertaining you. There are plenty of things you can do without taking money out of your pocket. For example, following the Twitch and subscribing to the YouTube are both entirely free, and you will always get all of our core content for free by doing so. You can interact in the chat on Twitch and in the comments on YouTube to increase our analytics, get more eyes on our numbers and our streams. And you can share the streams and the videos with your friends and family, get them interested in what we're doing so we have more opportunities to do more things for you. So thank you for watching and supporting, and with that, let's get back into the In-Quy'zz-ition. So, last we left off, the party had finally made it to Lockland, and I think I have to say it that way every time.
Yes.
Lockland, and they were making a decision about where to sleep for the night. And then they encountered a random roll that I had made a couple of sessions ago. Excuse me. And it turned into the whole episode. So, to make a long episode short, the party had an interaction with a full-blown fae that turned into the Dispaterian tiefling turning a contract around on a fae and being like, "No, you," and it working. So, there will be a new storyline for them to possibly follow as soon as they get done the actual thing that they wanted to get done in the first place by getting here. But a little bit of a night was had, and we rejoin our party, more specifically, 2 members of our party, in the morning, as the town is just starting to wake up. Convening at the SS Toad Skipper, which is now in dry dock to hopefully repair and patch some holes that were put there by a big ol' fuck-off ice elemental a couple episodes ago. And we join Zog and Allie in just looking at each other tensely. He's just standing there, menacingly. And I will say that for the time being, those 2... Who else was there? Quinlan, you are on the boat. But
Yes.
everyone else, also
Yeah.
to point out the elephant in the room, that wasn't pointed out up until this point. Fantasy is not with us today. Fantasy is currently away, and we pray for their safe return. And it's good stuff. So we're just running with these 5 today. So we pick up with Zog and Allie. Allie, you are in the more vulnerable position of the two here. You are outside of the boat, and the boat, being in dry dock, is suspended above you a fair ways. There is a ladder that leads up to the boat, which is how you believe Zog and whoever else may be on the boat got up there. But it is currently you standing about 10 feet below where Zog stands on the deck of his boat. Immediate actions or
I'm kind of
thoughts.
I'm like stalling.
It's
as
just a stare down.
I know.
All right.
I'm kind of like not even looking at Zog. I'm looking at the damage to the boat that I can see, and like internally thinking about how kind of like poetic that is to this moment. And then I think I just like I am like, this is a conversation for private, so I go up the ladder.
As Zog sees you go towards the ladder, he's like, I'm gonna come to you. And he starts walking his way down. Dippy.
Yes.
Would you let me cast a moving zone of truth? Like, center it on myself, and it walks with me?
I need to double check the wording of zone.
You create a magical zone.
I'm sure that I think I have used Zone of Truth in the past as a player that was centered on a creature that could move. I will probably allow this. Let me just read it.
Yeah.
Just to be sure. Create a magical zone of presence. Centered on a point of your choice within your action tool spell. Creature that enters the spell. There is no language that says it has to remain stationary. If you center it on yourself, I will allow it to move.
Okay.
You. So.
I'm going. You're gonna see Zog start walking towards the ladder, and I'm casting a spell. This spell prevents me from lying, as I willingly fail the saving roll because I am in the area as well.
You know whether each creature succeeds or fails. An affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions. Such a creature can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of truth. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
cannot speak a deliberate lie within the radius. So
I cast it on myself. I feel like I can't tell you what to do with this information. But just know that I am being truthful, and I never thought this was a precaution I had to take as I start walking down the ladder. And at some point, the zone will hit you, and you'll feel the magic of it.
I was about to say, Allie will be right on the edge of it as soon as you touch the ladder. Like, that 15-foot radius, that's a 30-foot circle around you, my dude. So, you, Allie, feel the tingling, kind of a very light, almost like a small breeze against whatever exposed skin you have. And how familiar are you with the spell? I don't know if you have it in your repertoire. I don't think you do.
Allie does not have it.
You do not have it in your repertoire.
I think Allie would know what this is, babe, probably, but...
Yeah, roll an Arcana check. Probably, I'll give it to you at advantage, just because you are, like, a bard of whispers.
18.
So, 18. You would be aware, given what Zog has literally just said to you, and the feeling that you are starting to feel as he starts to climb down the ladder, you know that this is Zone of Truth. You've heard of Zone of Truth, but now you feel it for the first time.
Feel it.
You can choose to deliberately fail the save if you'd like. Otherwise, I would like you to roll. Actually, I would like you to roll first, and then after you see the result of your roll, I would like you can make the choice to deliberately fail, and you don't even have to tell me the result if you make that choice.
What is the skill?
It is against his.
It is a
save
wisdom
DC,
saving throw
A wisdom, okay.
A wisdom saving throw against
17.
16.
17.
That's Sundial, not Zog. Sorry, 17. You're right. Yep.
I'm gonna choose to fail that.
Okay.
All right.
You feel yourself enter a zone where you cannot deliberately tell a lie.
Just painting the picture as Zog's walking down this ladder because his back
Can I
is
do
too.
one
oh
thing
yeah.
before you paint this
Yep.
picture?
Yeah.
Zog. As soon as your foot touches terra firma, off of your boat, like you step onto the dockside, you feel like a singular drop of rain touch on your right shoulder. Looking
Okay.
up into the sky, it does not look like there are rain clouds.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind as you paint your
Yep.
picture.
You, because Zog's back would be to you while he's climbing down the ladder. I am without my trident and without my musket. I don't know. I think at some point we got rid of the hammer I had. If I still own that hammer, I don't have it on me.
You don't. I don't think you have.
I don't think I own the hammer either.
Let me check your.
Anyway,
Yeah, no,
so
you don't.
I have gone and without my armor. I am just in a trailing
Oh,
like
you are a raw dog in it.
yeah,
Okay,
I am just in like a very like fluffy white shirt and shorts. As I come down the ladder and go, "Are you here to have a conversation or are you here just to check in?"
I'm here to have a conversation. If you're open to that.
Yeah, let's walk and talk. And Zog's just gonna start. I'd assume the dry dock is on a level with the water below us.
Yes. So the pier itself, the dockyard itself, follows kind of a curve, a gentle, slow curve around that kind of if you were looking at your map, would look like almost like a half of a crescent.
Okay.
A very wide arc that just follows the curvature of the lake that Port Lockland sits on.
Yep. So
And it follows that gentle curve, and there is like a layer where people walk. There is a layer where ships dock, and there is open water. Dry dock puts boats up onto the people layer. So that describes your scene. Yeah.
I am, without looking back to Allie to see if they're following, just walking towards the staircase that leads down to the water.
Sure.
I'm following. Kind of like adjusting to this feeling of magic over me, and like, I don't know, I think that's an experience for Allie, because Allie's not a liar usually, but to know that they have no choice but to be truly honest kind of is like weirding them out a little bit right now. You're valid in your anger at me.
No shit. I trusted you. Every person I brought onto this boat since I've met you, I've asked your opinion on. Not Sundial that I've known for years. Not Quinlan, who I know is intelligent. You. Nobody else.
I think that I took that trust for granted, but I didn't mean to overrule your leadership.
I'm not worried about feeling like a leader. I'm not in charge of you. What I am in charge of is my boat, and while you're on it, the safety of you. I'm not saying I don't trust Maverin. If anything, I trust Maverin probably than I fucking should for someone from hell. But we don't know if anyone can come with them. We don't know if they're being traced, followed, or listened to by whoever is in charge of them. We don't know that for anybody. Tell me the truth how they got here.
I think Allie's like choking on all of the excuses that they've been making, walking over here thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
I was cold and I had this card that I got when we were in hell that I didn't tell anyone about because I thought it would be an ace if we needed it and didn't want it to be used when it shouldn't be. And then I used it for a stupid reason, and it's connected to Mavrin, so I can summon him whenever I want. And I thought I missed him. And I didn't think I was being impulsive. I could tell you all the things that I had thought that would be good excuses, like Burke is gone, so we need more muscle, or I thought maybe because it was cold we might need some firepower. I just was selfish, and I'm impulsive at best most of the time. It was intentional, and it was something I should have asked first about, and I didn't, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I've heard you apologize before. I have heard you say I'm sorry before. Now, I'm no mama's boy. If I'm being honest, I was never that close with my mom. But she has left a couple lessons with me. I'm sorry without changing is manipulation. Whether it's conscious or not, whether you mean to do it or not, it's knowing I can get away with this. How close are we to the water, Tippy?
You have about 3 more steps on the stairs before there is a shallows that is shallow enough for boats to pull into the dry dock, but deep enough that you would be about waist deep. You are 3 steps down the stairs away from, like, touching the step that enters the water.
I've put a lot of trust in you. And I'm starting to feel like you've put 0 trust in me. 0 trust to run this boat, 0 trust that what I'm saying is important, and 0 trust that I will follow through on what the fuck I say. So let me ask you this. Do you trust me?
Yes. Wouldn't get on a boat in the middle of the water if I didn't trust somebody.
Yeah, you hate the water, right?
Yes.
Get in.
As soon as Zog says the words "get in," the water starts to churn as if pulled and pushed by wind and tides that you had not felt until this moment.
What?
Get in the water. You said you trust me. I'm not gonna let you get hurt in the water. Get in.
Starts to churn more.
I have to roll for this. I'm gonna roll a Constitution saving throw. I got a 4.
You really don't want to get in that water.
I take a half a step back. Eyes not looking at Zog at all.
You feel your heart beating faster.
How does this prove any? I would do anything else
And that's why I'm asking this.
You rolled a con save. Roll a will save. Wisdom save.
Okay.
I'm going to cast guidance
18.
on them as well.
18.
Yeah.
You do not immediately run away.
Yeah.
I will give you
I
that.
think that is enough for me to like drag my eyes from the water to Zog. And I think I'm fighting inner demons, but also my eyes kind of drift down to the tattoos on Zog's arms. You are the first friend I've ever had that isn't family. I cannot lose that for something so stupid. And I'm just gonna throw myself off the ledge.
Make a dexterity saving throw with advantage, but you want to fail if you want to do what you want to do.
And I can't fail on purpose.
This is your inner cat reflexes taking over, trying to stop you from jumping in yourself.
Fuck, you said disadvantage, right?
I said at
advantage? Because I just rolled a 28.
Was that the first roll? Roll again. We'll see what you get.
I'm
What did you
intentionally
already
trying to
roll
jump
twice?
off.
No,
No,
I
that's my
understand.
first roll.
I understand. Roll
My
one
second
more
one's a
time, see what you-
15.
15 is lower. you like step, and you feel your toes curl over the edge of the step to throw yourself into the water, and you literally like lurch your back and like you are flailing on the edge of the step, and you like catch yourself looking down at the water as it looks like it has gotten torrential. Like a riptide has come in.
Zog, it's
You
shallow
feel
enough
your-
still that you can stand, right?
Yeah.
Zog is gonna stand in the step into the water and reach a hand out and say, I don't want to lose this friendship either, and I need to show you that I have your back. So you know, I'm not talking from a place of vanity. I'm not talking from a place of authority. I'm talking from a place of I'm keeping the people I love safe.
Allie, make a perception check as soon as Zog steps in the water. It's a high DC, but you
I got
have
a
high
negative. I got a nat 1 for a 13. I've never rolled so low on a perception check this entire game. I've been here 50 episodes.
You look at Zog as he steps in, and you don't notice a
Just
change.
fear.
You look at Zog as he steps in, and the water doesn't calm down as soon as he steps in. But if you trust him, you trust him. You feel as if now, whatever you choose, you may do.
I am chin deep with a hand out to you. No weapons, shorts, shirt.
You rolled in that one. Continue, please.
I try once again to just step off the ledge.
Off of the ledge into the
water.
off of the step that you're on.
Into the water, like,
You
yeah.
bring your leg out, and you let go, and you fall face first into cold water.
Oh, wait. Did you get my message, Dippy?
No, let me double check.
Oh, okay.
What message? Where?
I sent you a direct link on Discord. Direct message on Discord.
Did you?
Because I had a plan for this.
On Discord? No, you did not send.
Oh,
it.
no, sorry, not Discord. Zoom.
On Zoom. Sorry.
Yes.
I didn't. Oh. Okay. That changes this ever so slightly. Okay. You put your rewinding a little bit. You Zog, roll me a d20. Just
Natural 1.
Jesus Christ.
You know, we wanted to have a moment.
No. This is fine.
Listen, this tracks for these characters. I don't give a shit what people think.
Allie,
Yeah.
you send your foot out over the edge of the step.
I've definitely closed my eyes.
You close your eyes. You hear Zog say the words to a spell under his breath as you begin to fall. And you feel as if you've heard those words before, as all of a sudden you feel your foot make contact with wet, and nothing else dips below the water. As you feel yourself bobbing up and down ever so slightly with the motion of the waves, but as soon as you are standing, the waves calm. They subside. And the water of this dockside becomes as placid as a mirror the moment that you step into it, or onto it. You have water walk cast on you. And you find yourself standing on the surface of this water. Looking down, you see your own reflection. And what do you see in it?
Ears plastered back. Like tears. Just like probably like as tense of a body as physically possible. I would be entirely fluffed if I had hair. Just shaking like a leaf.
When I say I'm doing this for your protection, I mean it. As you are over the water, not in it. I am not going to let things happen to you that you don't want to happen. If it's in my control, I will keep you safe. I will keep you fed. Not only because I trust you, but because you are my friend. I will put my neck out on the line every second I can. I just ask one thing. Just ask first.
I can do that.
And Zog will climb out of the water, extend a hand out to Allie to get back on the dock as well from them standing on top of the water.
Frantically clambering onto Zog. Not even off. I'm like
Scooby-Doo clambering.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you for coming and talking to me. Well, we're being honest, I had to kick Quinlan off the boat for this.
Sorry for ruining your date night, morning.
I was literally about to say, Quinlan, you watch this whole.
I forgot that he was a little poop at the end of the last session. Like you just.
I was gonna say I'm in the kitchen making breakfast.
Oh, okay. I thought you left.
Like I'm in the galley.
No, you're in the which is the deck of the boat.
Is it really?
Yeah, the most of the cooking on Zog's boat happens on the deck of the boat. But
yes,
again, you're perfectly fine.
I do ask one thing.
Anything.
Zog. No,
anything.
I want you to say no if this is not something you want to do. I am done being the aggressive one here. But while I have the moment, I can't stop thinking about that deck of cards.
The deck of many things.
Yes.
You want to pull one?
I would like to.
Okay. I would also like to see you pull one.
Oh, I so thought you were going to join me on this.
Ashley has no interest in pulling a card herself.
Let me get my book. Hold on.
I have my deck. I have it.
Where the fuck is my Dungeon Master's Guide? There it is.
I'm gonna like gently set myself off of Song. It's still like on you a little bit. And like take a couple steps back.
Go on.
Not looking at the water at all. You should shuffle this. Hold on, I don't know what's in here.
This
Just
is
remember,
precious to
the
you.
deck of cards does not have water walk on it.
The deck of cards does not. No, we're on the dock now. We're going.
Y'all are on the dock, the pier side. Yeah, y'all are fine.
Yeah.
I pull it out, and I say, I think you have to state how many you're pulling.
6. No.
Oh,
No.
That's probably too many.
All right, this is the last episode, everybody.
All right, guys, it's been a great campaign. Just
Goodbye. No.
I am just gonna pull this one top one.
It's King of Diamonds.
King of Diamonds. I knew this was how this conversation was either gonna end with Allie dead or this happening. So.
Sweet Jesus, we derailed the entire campaign. Here we go.
No.
Okay.
This is not a derailment at all. Zog.
Yes.
You have just pulled the Sun card.
Okay.
You feel yourself level up.
Amazing.
Fuck yeah.
I want to know.
Because
I
the
think that's
Sun
the second
card
king we pulled.
gives you 50,000 XP.
Oh, fun!
I'm gonna interpret that in milestone as you automatically unlock another milestone. But as soon as you pull the Sun card, you feel it begin to vibrate in your hands.
I don't know what's so scary about this deck.
And the vibration turns into
That's a lot that's scary.
a distinct magical energy.
Oh.
Hold on. Need to look at that one more time. Just double check the wording. The Sun card. Yeah, Sun card. 50,000 XP. Okay. Okay.
You also die.
No.
You level up and then have a heart attack.
The power was too.
Honestly, Zog would have a heart attack. He's old. He's dead.
I'm catching up to Mavrim.
I'm catching up.
I can still take them. It's fine.
No.
Speaking of, I did definitely just, Maverick, I did just leave you after our night together at the inn without any letter.
He's asleep still. I'm bold of you to assume he's gonna be awake.
Fair enough.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh shit.
He just checked what to see what it is.
I just checked to see what spells I can learn now that I'm level 11. We're trying to stop people from going to this dude's backyard. I can learn Forbiddance.
Amazing. Take that one.
Do it.
Oh, you can protect your boat with that one too.
I just took Hollow, which I plan on doing to the boat, which was gonna be like a DM question. How invested are we in spell materials, components? because apparently Hollow takes 1,000 gold worth of incense, which is
you
so many.
if you have a spell casting focus, I don't think you actually need the material components for most spells.
Ooh, good point.
That's
think
what we're. You
think
have
if it
to run this past Dippy, but in
That's
my
true.
game, even with it, we're like,
I think
'cause that's
anything
a
that
hefty
has
spell.
a gold monetary value isn't covered by the spell focus.
Fair enough.
Can I make a suggestion, Dippy? Can I make a suggestion? Because I am acutely familiar with the deck of many things, and I know what you're trying to find.
I also know what he's trying to find. Yes.
I have no idea. I'm lost.
Hang on, I'm gonna send it to you in the Zoom chat.
I love that I can learn heal and harm. It's so funny. Hey, if I cast Planar Ally, can I also summon Maverick?
You do the hurting, and then you do the aftercare.
By the way, how you doing, Zoe?
I'm doing great. How are you
Okay.
doing?
Did I make a good suggestion?
Yes.
Anyway.
I've been doing Legacy for all my spells, by the way. I don't know if you want to swap over to the new ones, but okay.
I've been
Legacy
doing
ones are
Legacy
better,
as well.
in my opinion, but I'm
Yeah.
biased.
I just haven't gotten around to reading the new ones and don't feel like it whenever we're playing D&D.
Some of the changes they made feel really redundant and unnecessary, in my opinion.
Yes. Ooh.
That's literally what I sent you.
Okay. Ooh, shit. Okay. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay.
How do you feel?
I thought this deck was scary.
I think it's supposed to be. We've been very lucky so far. I think we pulled
Can I-
2 kings.
Listen.
So the dead guy pulled a king. So now I have a keep. Dadley pulled a king. I don't remember what's his nuts in hell pulled, but then he gave us a good card in return. So Allie is very something that was not good.
Mm.
But at this point, I think Ellie is starting to get some thoughts that this deck has been lied to them. That it is a good deck. Also, though, Allie is starting to think, well, I just have really good judgment of people. Because if this is supposed to be a litmus test and bad people get bad cards and good people get good cards, all my friends are good people.
So Maverick should draw a card.
He was a good guy. He just didn't want to die. I don't know. Allie doesn't know, but then the devil pulled a bad card. So Allie's litmus test has been going pretty well so far.
Can I read what the magic item that you gave me does? Okay. While wearing this amulet, you can use an action to name a location that you are familiar with on another plane of existence. Then make a DC 15 intelligence check. On a successful check, you can cast plane shift. You can cast the plane shift spell. On a failure, you and each creature and object within 15 feet of you travel to a random destination. Roll a D100. On a 1 through 60, you travel to a random location on the plane you have named. On a 61 through 100, you travel to a randomly determined plane of existence. So... Okay. So, this doesn't even put you where you want to go. It just puts you in the plane.
Sounds like the TARDIS.
Oh, okay. All right.
Again,
never mind.
like
All right,
the
I misread
TARDIS.
it. Yes. So, as Zog holds this, he kind of chuckles. He goes, "Well, now we have a way for you to go see your boyfriend."
I mean, we haven't really talked about labels yet, so...
I mean, it's hard to talk about labels when you guys are... Anyway,
Hey, I don't want to, like, call you out in this zone of truth, but... Aren't you in the same boat I am right now?
Yeah, it's called the Toad Skipper. But yeah, I don't know what me and Quinlan are either. I just...
Wow. I feel inspired.
Do I get an inspiration for suggesting the reward? Yay!
I... Zog's only been to one plane, but he might be going to another one soon. No, it says you are familiar with. Does that mean I've been there or I just know of it? Okay. Ooh. Oh, fuck yeah.
Must tell you about the keep. Not a different flame, though.
Okay. Zog's gonna cartographer the plains. Cartographer? You know what I mean.
Gonna map out.
JB,
In a map.
Alright.
Dream can't hear you.
Oh dear. Well, it's a good thing we didn't
I was
really
gonna say
need
that
you.
was a
We
lot
really
of me
need
and
you
you
for
at the
that.
very least.
How long could they not
I
hear me
just
for?
saw somebody be like, "Are we
Should
supposed
we
to be able to hear Dippy?"
Yeah, no. They were able to hear me before.
Were they? Okay, now I can
Why?
hear you.
No, yeah, I don't know.
I checked in on stream for a second. I'm like,
Well, yeah,
okay.
but their reactions are more than enough for however long
Yes,
I
you're
was
good.
cut out. So like, because
I
it
just-
was mostly them. And with me, it was just puttering with trying to find an item to give Zog. But because you probably definitely didn't hear it, Zog and Ali have gained 5 inspiration points. And Mavrin has gained 1 because they suggested a really fucking cool item as a result of a sun card. So,
And Sundial has got a new car.
1 point briefly dream, and then I left briefly and came back in no difficulty. Weird. Okay. I don't know. Well, again, the majority of the impetus was on the players anyway, so I am okay with this.
Hey, can we go to somebody else now?
Yes, we absolutely can. Quinlan, make me a chef's tools check, which you are not proficient with. Wait, are you proficient with chef's tools?
No.
Okay, make me. Okay, so just roll a d20 and add your. I will say. Do you want to make something? Oh, I did this before. Do you want to make something that you think is tasty? Do you want to make something homemade, or do you want to make something like simple? That will determine
simple.
what you add. That will determine which of your scores you will add. Simple.
Yep.
Add your intelligence modifier.
Okay. And that's a check, not a save.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it would have been much better. All right. Oh. Nine.
You try to make like a nice frittata, but there weren't enough eggs, so you had to find another binder, and there was still some like doppel chicken slop left over, and like it works, but it's now a double chicken frittata. It's like, like. It turned more into an it's an omelet. It's not a frittata anymore. It's an omelet. It's like,
Well, we're just gonna roll with it.
And even calling it an omelet is a stretch. But you tried, and that's what matters. Just giving a pat to the camera. Let's briefly check in on the folk who were at. Which at this point would be the people who were at the hotel. Ali already left. That would be Sundial.
And Mavrin.
Mavrin, you were at the inn.
Mavrin's still asleep.
Right. No, yeah, this did happen early in the morning.
Yeah.
Ali woke up like 3 hours before Zog did and waited outside of the boat for all 3 of those hours.
Agonizing.
But you know what? I've been in that exact situation before where I was like, oh God, I know I have to do this thing, so I'm just not going to sleep. Or I know I have to do this thing, so I'm going to wake up like 5 hours before I have to do it. Like, I've done that before, which was the inspiration for one of your inspiration points.
Speaking of, sorry, just a question. Do I need to take a level of exhaustion since I didn't sleep?
Did you sleep at all?
No.
You didn't sleep at all.
I like stayed awake with Matt, like as Maverick was sleeping, and then got up like as soon as I thought it was like.
Make another. Then
yeah.
at this point, make a con save.
Okay.
God, you only have +1 to those.
I got a 10.
11.
No,
Or
I got
10
a 10.
total. 9 + 1, 10. You take a level of exhaustion.
Okay, great. Thank
First,
you. All right, I'll just...
first yes.
Can Zog, especially after dealing with his own exhaustion, like see that Ali is like hitting a wall?
Yeah.
I cast Greater Restoration.
Hey, you have access to that now, don't you?
That's so kind.
I have for a while, yeah.
Oh, you have already had access to it. That's right.
Yeah, that's how I stayed awake for so long. Yeah.
No, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. You feel your exhaustion take hold, and then you feel a hand on your shoulder, and you feel that exhaustion immediately relieved from your body.
We got a long day ahead. Stay up.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it.
Incredible. Now, don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back with more In-Quy'zz-ition right after this.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to the
So anyway, I
Inquisition.
started blasting.
We were just about to catch up with Sundial
Hi.
and Maverin.
How you guys doing? Okay.
Sundial.
So what room am I in? I can't
you
even
are
remember.
you find yourself fun time for a description. You find yourself in a simple little tavern room. One bed, which you have like sprawled all out over like a puddle.
Oh, I thought it was in my jar.
Last night was a little fun.
Oh, okay.
And you you're like sprawled all out over like this bed in like just puddle form. You regather yourself and leave no residue, but the room that you are in is simple, cozy, cottagecore vibes.
Is that flowers? Sniff the sheets. They use flower scented shit.
Yeah, it's a lavender scent. Yeah.
Look around. Willow?
You see a note on the bed, or on the bedside table, that said, that reads, double checking face shit, we'll be back later, signed Willow.
Look around more. Where's my jar?
Zog has it on the boat, I believe. Yeah.
I don't think he told me.
Yeah, which is why you
I was
were
going for a
sprawled out on
dude,
a
where's
bed.
my car reference. But if
Dude,
you
where's
didn't
my
get it-
jar? Dude, where's my jar?
Like, where's my jar? Okay. I'm gonna go.
We spent a whole ass episode just like, like Sundial's jar is missing. We have to find it. That's the episode.
I mean, that would be a good one for like not having everybody.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it
yeah.
would.
Like if
we wanna
we're
have, like, a
missing
guest
two or
or
three
something like
people.
that come in.
There's also the primal urge of like Crossroads isn't running, but if everybody except Dono for Crossroads is available, I want to do one of those like Grog runs D&D, but instead it's Canna runs D&D for the rest of the members of the Crossroads party.
That
like-
would be
That'd be
amazing.
hilarious.
I would love to do that.
You guys have a whole fucking,
Bradley, how would you feel about if everybody except Dono is available for like a Crossroads day, having a one shot that's Canna runs D&D for the rest of the Crossroads party?
How did we get here? I got up for like
don't
2
know.
seconds.
I made a dude, where's my car reference with Sundial being dude, where's my jar?
Okay.
That turned
I
into
am-
that should be a one shot, and then I thought, you know what else would be a good one shot? Like,
I am not against this idea at all. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not against it. I'm not.
You can discuss more.
Canna runs D&D for Avery 12 dish and
What if it's-
Lux.
What if instead of D&D, it's humans and hobbies? So
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah. It's
I
one
picked
of
the
those-
class of plumber.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I hear
So,
I hear the pay's great, but the work's shit.
yeah, hey, but
That's fine.
anyway, coming back.
All right.
So yeah, you find yourself aware of your surroundings and your capabilities, and you
Sundial.
you smell breakfast as well.
My skin tastes breakfast. What is it? What am I getting? What am I getting hit with?
Hints.
Yeah.
You get hints of egg. You get hints of kind of hints of what feels like venison, like deer jerky bacon type stuff.
Okay.
And like hollandaise sauce.
I don't know what that sauce is, but I've had deer before, so that's because Sundial's not used to taste yet. Like he's been tasting,
Oh yeah.
but he's still like will have moments where he's like, Okay, this is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm tasting. Okay. Okay. Good.
Good.
All right, and he walks up to the door and just phases through it because he doesn't open doors.
So as you just kind of like this door is a really ratty door. Like there are plenty of gaps and screws and stuff in it that you can just like and appear on the other side. Your cloak does not come with you. So you are left on the other side of the door in your slime form with the clothes attached to the slime, just not your cloak.
This is what I do in that situation. I just take a small portion of my slime, make it go flat, reach underneath of the door, grab the cloak, and slip it through.
Perfect. I love it.
And it just comes right back on.
Oh, it was about to go to Mavrin. Where did Mavrin go?
They had to go move an altar.
They'll be back.
Oh.
Soon you'll see.
All right.
Oops. Okay.
What does Sundial want to do today? Sundial wants to go check out magic shops. And what he's going to do is go down and start knocking on people's doors and realize nobody is here.
Knocking on...
on his fellow companions' doors that are supposed to be staying in rooms,
rooms
but aren't here.
Rooms that were reserved for here. Do no, there's no one.
So
in...
Quinlan and Willow aren't in theirs because Quinlan's,
and then... You do knock on Mavrin's door, but Mavrin, you just hear from the other side of the door. You just hear Mavrin snoring like a chainsaw.
Yes, I am. I am very. Sundial likes shopping. It's fun. Okay. He's just gonna do the Sheldon Cooper and just do.
Still standing outside Mavrin's door.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna get resolved until Mavrin comes back. You're just gonna stand here doing this until Mavrin comes back. I gotta go to someone else.
He's gonna send. What Sundial is gonna do is send
Mavrin
is while he's doing this, he's also gonna send a small portion of himself that is just mosaic, but more shaping it into more of an actual small sundial.
I described Mavrin as snoring like a chainsaw. Is this a
valid 100%?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Good.
But that little tiny sundial, that little mosaic, is gonna go get food.
Mm-hmm. Mavrin, you hear loud pounding on your door.
Oh no, it's a repetitive. Allie.
That's not Allie. That's Allie's away.
We were in the same room together.
The same room.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, you would have been in the same.
Allie.
Mavrin rolls out of bed. You hear kind of a soft thud as his feet hit the ground, and he stands up, just walks over and unlocks the door and just growls out that deep, gruff morning voice of, "What?
Do you want to put some pants on and we can go shopping?"
As Mavrin is standing there, pantsless. Cold read, soul read of the century.
Just
The shirt's optional. I mean, the other tiefling didn't wear one, so I can't.
The other tiefling,
Burke never wore one, so
he just kind of looks around, just leaves the door open and goes and puts on pants. Just fishes things out.
Technically, I'm never wearing pants.
This is a
Things
quaint.
I didn't need to know about you.
This is a quaint little room. That's lovely for a commoner.
True.
A lot less spikes and
less spikes and torture, but it's peaceful.
Screams of the damned.
It's very very cottagecore
It's like-
over.
It's
punk
like
rock.
when in the movie My Cousin Vinny, when Vinny can't sleep in the country because of all the weird country noises, but he goes to jail and sleeps in jail and he's fine because it sounds like New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gets dressed and straps on all of his weapons and whatnot, and then follows Sundial out the door as he is looking around, intrigued by everything that's going on around him.
As we make it to the bottom of the stairs, you'll see just a tiny sundial that is mosaic, but like, so it's a tiny sundial, but it's like cat whiskers and shit like that that are out. Not just bringing over a plate of
Carrying
food.
a plate of food,
And then-
as you see Cassandra, the goblinoid, waving at the little sundial, and then sees the big sundial and is like, "Ah, you're awake. Welcome. We've prepared a lovely breakfast." As on the plate you see some venison sausage patties, coated in hollandaise sauce, with a nice omelet.
Okay. This looks fantastic. The entire plate just comes into his body.
Just as it starts to like dissolve within you. That tastes really fucking good.
And I just shoot it onto a table. And shoot the plate onto a table.
The plate just.
All right, I'm gonna go.
I feel like they need to be far more concerned about your presence on their boat than they actually are.
I'm the reason they're all there. Kinda. I asked if they wanted to come.
Press X for doubt.
Actually, Zog invited Allie.
Oh, we did. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
He
Sundial
makes
didn't
his
like
way to order himself some breakfast, since he doesn't know what else to do.
You get a plate of the same. You
Great.
order the breakfast, and they bring out a plate of the same.
Does it come with coffee? If it doesn't come with coffee, he's going to insist upon coffee.
The first time he asked for coffee, one of the waitresses brings out a pot and a mug, and like pours one mug.
Just
these-
use the pot.
And does so. Upon dining and all the other preparations done, you find yourselves on the town streets.
So have you ever had a cinnamon roll?
No.
We're gonna
Now
try
I've had a cinnamon roll, and that's something completely different. I don't think you're quite emotionally prepared for that one.
It's just
Eh,
a
try
cinnamon
me.
roll with massive honkers.
Try me. My son was killed by an asteroid.
The duality of a man. Me describing a cinnamon roll, and Dono saying that his children are dead.
Not a casual deep lore drop.
Whoa! Cinnamon roll. That's stupid.
Does it have
Alright.
like a kind of like sugary texture to it while also being baked?
One could say so.
Wood.
Wood? Okay, so
So, you find yourselves on the streets, and it's a nice little town. All things considered, there's a couple of little businesses on a little port side, kind of city center. But like, as soon as you get like away from the water's edge, like it becomes very sparsely populated residential. Continuing along the boardwalk, you do see a shop that catches your eye. And it is simply
Gnome
called
Depot.
It is simply called Quotients Potions.
Potions.
Quotions.
What is it?
Quotions. Potions.
Potions. Try saying that like 5 times fast.
Quotions.
No.
I was talking to Maverick. Who are you? Some random NPC talk.
Yeah,
Right.
it's an ADHD person that's just like heard you say that 5 times fast and then just did because they were walking out.
It's the sign spinner for
Maverick
the store.
just
Yeah,
Maverick just straight up says no.
Oh, I can tell that we're gonna get along great. And they start walking towards the store.
walking in. This is a very simple shop. Like shelves along each wall and a center shelf, and at the end of the center shelf is a bin marked bargains. And they are bottles that are unmarked.
I would like to inspect. I'll roll, like, I want to like inspect just a couple random ones in there by using Arcana to see if I can maybe deter what they're meant to do.
Your Arcana is good.
I am
yes,
proficient.
it is
Yes, I have a +8.
good. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check. Is like, are you specifically checking the bargains bin, or are you like looking for a specific potion you'd like?
Around, but also like keep an eye on the bargains bin, just because like Sundial loves a good deal. Like, you know, he's a shopaholic. Let's go, baby. All right.
Maverick only has 100 gold to his name and a soul coin. That's it. Like
100 gold and a soul coin. The
17.
bargains bin is labeled 5 gold per bottle. 17 on an Arcana check. That's kind of low for Sundial. Huh.
It is, but you know,
It's still good.
he's taking in a lot of information at once.
17. Looking in the bargains bin, you can see like you kind of like do like a peripheral scan, just like up and down, top to bottom of the bargains bin, and these are all glass flasks clinking against other glass flasks in like a mesh bin. So it's hard to like pinpoint exact ones. You see some that are literally like, it looks like there's maybe 1 or 2 drops of liquid in the entirety of the flask. Each flask is like an Erlenmeyer, a round bottom and a long skinny neck with a cork.
Got it.
And each flask, again, some of these look like they only have 1 or 2 drops of liquid in them. And a 17 Arcana tells you that those are very potent, but you can only do one, you only have like 1 dose. Strewn amidst the glass phials and vials, you do see a decently sized flask that looks like it is filled with a red liquid in it that you would know as a basic healing potion.
Okay. Well, and I'm just gonna not like
Just kinda
like I'm gonna use my like slime ability just to hit
your
it so nothing
amorphous-
else breaks, and then hand it to Maverick. It's like we're gonna get that
You just
one.
kind of pull out.
Does
It pops
Maverick
out the top.
accept Sundial just handing them a potion?
It looks like Sundial just handed you a basic healing potion.
We're gonna get that.
out of the
I'm
bargain
gonna keep
bin.
looking. Yeah.
Cool.
What's it gonna
Maverick's
do? Make me a real boy? I don't know.
But yeah, there's a couple of other. If you want to just go digging,
Yeah, I'm going digging.
yeah,
Listen,
you
you
go
want me to roll
digging.
some random
You
numbers?
feel-
Let's go, baby.
are you okay? Are you digging for larger, heavier, or either of those two opposites, smaller or lighter?
Honestly, he's gonna let the fates decide. He's learned from Allie. Sometimes you just gotta pull a card.
Are we pulling another card?
She's gonna pull a bottle
There's
of
a
Remaz.
This is my deck of
Allie
many
is
things.
Screaming.
This is my
Party
deck of
events.
anything.
That is not the lesson you should learn.
Not the lesson you should learn. Yeah. You reach in and you pull out what appears to be a bottle filled with smoke. Not liquid, smoke.
I'm going to. Can I just like inspect it? Well, like see.
It's a
looks
ye
like a
olde
bottle.
vape.
It looks like a bottle full of smoke. It just
Thoughts? I turn to Maverick.
Maverick, it looks like a bottle full of smoke. The smoke does not look infernal in origin.
It looks to be smoke. I have no other comments.
Is it more like black smoke, like fire, or is it more like natural burning smoke? Like
It
white?
is not demonic in nature, if that is
I didn't ask that one.
question.
They're so catty with each other. Why? Like-
It's like Sundial is actually able to show his age with Mabrin to just be like, you need to chill because I will parent you.
It's incredible.
Well, one of the first things Maverick says is just like, I don't think you can handle it. It's like, motherfucker, try me.
So Sundial was challenged and took that personal.
Yes.
Maverick, you said you were looking for one, or just kind of digging for one, picking one off the top even.
Oh, Maverick's just holding. He has no interest in any of this as far as he's concerned. He can do
right,
himself.
okay. So you're just holding on to the basic one.
Basically, it's the girl it's the girl who brought her guy friends. Like, hey, what about this? What about this? What about this? And he goes, it's blue.
Yeah.
That's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Sundial is like, okay, inspecting the smoke. Is it a black smoke? Is it a gray smoke? Or is it like a white smoke?
It's gray smoke.
Okay, so is it on? No, this is stupid, but like it's not. I don't know. In my brain, no, yeah, fuck it. He's just gonna put it off to the side,
Okay.
and then he's gonna go for another.
Digging again. I will ask again until you decide otherwise. Heavier, lighter, or smaller or bigger?
We're gonna go. I'm gonna roll a d10, and if it's lower, that's gonna be lighter. If it's higher, it's gonna be heavier. I got a 10, so that's a heavy.
You're searching for the heaviest one. All right, jostling the bottles as you kind
I
of
want
dig through
density
them.
for Brandon Lee
Yeah,
Mulligan.
density.
Density is key.
Density. Yeah, and you just kind of like reach in and you're like slopping around it with your like goo hand, and the name of my next ska band, slopping around with your goo hand.
Goo hand.
I'm pretty sure the Aquabats wrote that song already.
As you feel like a really like probably the heaviest liquid you have ever felt, as you like pull it out, as you like start to pull it out of the casing, jostling past the other bottles and pulling it out, it looks like a flask full of liquid metal.
Honestly?
It looks like a silvery reflective metal just sloshing around inside of this glass flask.
Is it weird if I want to drink this?
I wouldn't suggest drinking.
I kind of want to drink
such
this.
things. Grabs
No.
bottle.
Grabs-
and
No,
just sets
I
it to
take
the
it.
Side.
I hold it. Strength check me, bitch. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh dear.
He's like, don't take these
Sundial
things from
has
me.
a surprising amount of strength.
19.
21.
God damn it.
Maverick wrenches it out of your hand.
I don't.
As your goop just kind of like springs back into place. Maverick, what is? Let me look at your intelligence. 14. You know what mercury is.
Yeah.
It's a flask full of mercury.
Maverick has some very creative uses for mercury on occasion.
Yeah. This is a flask full of mercury. The fact that this is in a bargain bin is crazy.
You're not drinking this.
Okay, fine. Do you want me to buy it for you, though?
Puts it in the keep pile.
Okay, cool.
Healing
Goes
potion,
down.
bottle of smoke, bottle of mercury.
Okay, I'm going for one more.
One more, baby, one more.
We're gonna go for right down the middle of the road.
Dippy, did you see what I sent you?
And honestly,
it's a
I'm
joke, but I think it would be funny.
it's a D10. So I'm gonna roll a D10, and like the closer we get to each side, it's gonna tell me whether or not we're on the heavy or the like.
Sure.
I got a 9, so not the heaviest, but the next heavy.
As you reach right down the middle, and like you feel something, you feel another heavy thing as you kind of like, ooh, this feels good. As you pull it out, the flask itself is made of iron. You cannot see inside it.
Honestly, this would be a pretty good like bottle just for myself. Like this is like what, me wearing plate mail? Actually, and I could use it as like a weapon, like as a fucking blunt object. Honestly, this is just a really good hitting weapon.
Swirling it around, there is a liquid in this. You just can't tell what it is. You can't see it.
You know what? I've got an idea. Let's tie a rope to this and give it to Quinlan. If it breaks on them, on his enemies, then we find out what it is. If not, cool.
He has iron. A blunt object. It's iron. It's not gonna break. Okay. What are you talking about? It might.
Nat 20, it breaks.
Nat 20.
You underestimate Quinlan's desire for destruction.
Oh, that's a quote for sure. All right, so
we're gonna get all these bottles.
Flask, a literal flask of mercury, a flask of smoke, and a flask that you believe is a healing potion.
I don't want the smoke glass. No one.
You don't want the smoke one?
That was in the out pile.
Nope. All right, rescinding that. You have an iron flask, a flask of mercury, and what looks like a healing potion. Walking down the aisles, you do see other potions with names.
Okay.
You do see one that immediately catches your eye is a potion of lingomancy.
What is that?
Lingomancy.
Okay.
Lingomancy. A
is
short
that
description,
conolingus or what?
A short description written underneath the title. The user may bend language to their will. But it mentions.
So is that just slang?
You'll have to buy it to find out. It costs 100 gold pieces.
I don't want to find something out for 100 gold pieces. Does this place only sell potions?
Yes,
Maverick picks up the potion of lingomancy.
Okay.
All right.
You also see 3 bottles kind of kept in a display case in like a locked display case. On the outside of the box, on the outside of the display case, the titles read Ginny bottles? ?
Ginny?
DJINNI, Ginny.
Oh, like gin bottle.
Like genies. Like genie bottles. Yeah. Question mark, visible on the label.
Honestly, we've got enough people in this party. I don't think we need another one of these.
Each bottle costs 1,000 gold.
I think I could talk them down.
You also see a couple of, you see a potion of heroism, a potion of mind reading, a potion of speed. You see a potion of water breathing, a potion of flying, a potion of animal friendship. You see a potion of clairvoyance. You see a potion of diminution and a potion of enhanced, and a potion of engrossment. Kind of like one right next to the other. And yeah. A couple of other ones.
Is Maverick currently carrying everything?
You are currently, I don't know, that's up to Sundial.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Maverick's currently carrying everything.
Okay.
I'm just a little slime guy. I can't carry everything. I'm just a little guy. Until I'm not.
And the final one that stands out to you before you reach the checkout counter is a potion of perceived invisibility for 15 gold pieces.
So, like, does it have a description?
The description says makes the user believe they are invisible.
Honestly, we should get this one.
That is entirely up to you.
Hey, shopkeeper. Who's the shopkeeper?
Well, yes. How may I help you?
You've got a lot of like random stuff in here.
Oh, yes. I saw you digging through our bargains bin earlier.
Mm-hmm. How easy is it for you to get rid of any of this? Probably pretty hard, right?
Get rid of? What do you mean?
Like you're selling it, right?
Oh, yeah, no, I get a shipment of overstocked bits and experiments every day. They sell like hotcakes. They're just cheap little fun toys for the kids, you know?
Insight check. You fucking lying to me?
Insight check?
Yeah.
No insight check needed. He completely believes every word he just said. And you believe every word he did.
You have kids coming in here with 5 gold pieces to get random potions?
Well, yeah, they think it's fun.
This town is fucking rich. Oh my god. As I say underneath my breath.
You say, okay, under your breath. Okay, good.
Yeah. So, what do we got all together? And I'm doing the math.
I'll throw 100 for my potion of
Lingomancy.
language man.
Hold up.
Lingomancy.
Will you do 110 for all this?
Did you grab the perceived invisibility as well?
Mm-hmm.
So real worth is 130, and you said 110.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, and he like reaches a hand out to take the money from you.
How smart does this motherfucker look? Okay, never mind.
That was a genuine question?
Yes.
He is a kind...
He just accepted.
He looks like a kind soul.
Okay, so okay.
It looks like do you know what it is? It looks like he genuinely, most of the time, only sells things out of the bargains bin and is so happy that someone has actually bought something other than the bargains bin potions.
Right. I think I actually highballed myself on this one.
But he has accepted it.
Well, shit. I was trying to be, I was hoping he was going to heckle with me.
110.
Now I feel like I'm 110? Okay. I give him 110 silver. Kidding. No, I'm joking.
You're not going to pull a fast one like that on him. No, yeah.
No, I don't even have 110 silver. Yeah, I'll take the 100 from the Mavrin and give them back.
Mavrin, you have no money.
I will take the 100. Put not my money into it, not put it in, and then give Mavrin back 10.
10 gold?
So we
Mavrin,
we both
gold.
saved 10 bucks or 10 gold on our things. So I got 2 potions for free.
Potion of perceived invisibility. Iron flask of question mark. Flask of mercury, and you may also add a. Oh crap! I just put the book away. There it is.
Guess I should add these to my actual inventory instead of just like.
You can note them down for now. The only one that is in the default item list will be the healing potion you're about to get.
Oh, I can't type anything.
You may add
My keyboard stopped
you may
working,
add a greater healing potion to your inventory.
Yay! Okay, so greater.
You go thrifting, that's where the gas is. I love those videos. You go thrifting, that's where the gas is. The gas, and it's just some horrendously ugly piece of clothing that they have found. 9 times out of 10, handmade. All right, so you may add those.
Okay. So question mark. Perceived.
Mavrin, if you would like to make an Arcana check to decipher what a potion of lingomancy might do without testing it yourself, you may.
Nope.
No.
No, that's a 4. No.
4. No, it's a potion of lingomancy.
All right, now we're gonna go get baked goods.
All right, you
Should
go
we
down
not find the others?
They're just gonna. I don't know. They're probably at the boat.
which
We have 3
In
days
all-
before we have to go do anything,
about
and
to
this is the best downtime that we get.
in
I'm
all
gonna go
honesty,
shopping.
They are all at the boat. Yeah. Taking another quick stroll, you
You know,
find
Quinlan and Zog are probably making out. You know, I don't
taking
know.
a quick stroll, you find a
Willow's probably digging up dead bodies. They're all doing their own thing. That's fine. Sorry. What do we find?
You find sensational snacks.
Sensational snacks. Okay.
Sensational snacks. Walking in, it looks like a nice baked goods and candy shop.
Ooh, candy. I don't know about this stuff.
Like split
Any
almost
chocolate?
directly down the middle. Like there is a meridian
not-
line of very clear decorum difference and tonal difference, and it is split as soon as you walk in the front door. That half of it is like catered to like candy core, like high bright, high vis colors, like all kinds of different wacky pieces of decor, and the other side just looks like a nice simple bakery. With breads and cookies and pastries and cakes, yeah.
I did not think it was possible to make my eyes bleed like this.
Are you about to have your mouth explode with flavor? And I go over to the baked good area.
You go over to the bake. You looking for a cinnamon bun?
Yes, I'm gonna
You
do
find a
cinnamon
couple.
bun. I'm gonna pick up some like a basket of muffins and
A basket of muffins, okay.
some fresh doughboys, some fresh donuts.
Some fresh donuts, okay.
All right, and I'm just gonna keep having Maverick hold all of this as I pay for it.
Yep, he's still holding everything.
Incredible. Approaching the counter is also it's one counter towards the back. It's one counter towards the back of the store, but it is also meridianly split right down the middle. As on one side you see a very scholarly looking gentleman, just like a nice, just you know, looks like vest, slacks, glasses, reading what looks like a newspaper. And on the other side you see, for lack of a better way to put it, a fucking clown. Like a literal clown, also reading a newspaper behind the counter, and they like
Avern
look up.
adds a cheese Danish to the pile.
She's Danish, nice. Okay, anything else?
Yes.
That's
As-
it. That's
That's
it.
okay.
As they notice your approach, they stand up and are like, "Ah, welcome, welcome." And the scholarly gentleman kind of stands up. He looks like he's getting up there in age, like he's about in his like late 50s, early 60s. And he's just like, welcome into Sensational Snacks. I'm Terry with an I. And the clown gets up from his stool and like honks his
And I'm
nose and
Marcus.
Dono, stop hitting my buttons before I press them, please.
I'm sorry.
As he like gets up and honks his nose and like does like a seltzer squirt into his own mouth and looks at you and goes, "And I'm Dave."
Hi, Dave. Why is your name Terry with an I?
My mother had a sick sense of humor, and oh no, he goes
Is it actually
our
spelled-
he goes our mother had a sick sense of humor.
So, is it actually spelt with an I, or is it just like the sound?
No,
So
it's all put together, and you see and you read his name tag, and it reads Terry -with-an-I.
Okay. Well,
Terry with an I.
okay. You know you're a grown man and you can change that, right?
I have tried. They pay by the letter.
So just get like,
They pay by the
I.
letter to remove letters, not to add
Oh.
them.
what about the hyphens?
They count double.
How much is it? Give me a number, bud. Come on.
I have a family to feed.
Just give me a number.
Maverick just, I would have said Maverick's behind Sundial, arms full of baked goods at this point, and the bag that they have from the potion shop, and just like, please end my misery.
Dave looks over to you. Dave looks over to you and is like, you know, if you buy something from my side of the store, you get a discount for buying something from his.
I don't like that side of the store. And I just come back to the baker.
Go back.
Looks at the clown.
Talking to you.
I'm the one with the money.
As he looks at you and he like leans over and whispers in your ear to where only you can hear him say that the legal proceedings are that to remove letters from your legal name or to change your legal name, the difference in letter of the name that you want versus the name that you end up with is 75 gold per letters difference. So if you want to go from Joe to Abracadabrastopheles or whatever, it would be the same as going from Terry with an I, all with hyphens, down to like Dave, like, or like Jack or whatever.
Well, he
those
doesn't
would
want his
cost
same
the
brother's
same,
name.
but
Yeah.
it's but he says it's 75 gold per letter.
So how do you spell Dave? No, I actually don't care about that one. So
Well, it's funny you should mention, you know. No, I'm just go back to quotient.
Maverick Death
Cast
glares at the clown.
Maverick, what?
Death glares the clown.
As you
So-
do, Dave just goes like, "All right, fucking jeez."
So Terry with an I.
Uh-huh.
I may know somebody that could make a deal with you to help you change your name. And all it would cost you is maybe a sleep here and there and maybe a favor. Maverick, do you know somebody like that, right?
I'm not sure that you could afford their fee.
I mean, it's better than how much? Like, what is it? That's 7 letters, 75. You're gonna be like 500 gold pieces just to be able to change your name up, Terry, with an I.
That's what I'm saying. This is a weird bit to have gone this far. I'm trying to ideate the depression of a man who can't change his name because he doesn't have enough money for it. Excuse me.
Maverick places 1 gold down and says, I can end this conversation much quicker if you just take the gold.
He like picks up the gold piece. What?
I will. If Maverick rolls with
It's
persuasion,
bread.
I would like to give
it shouldn't cost a gold per bread. It's bread.
Oh, you put that down as payment for?
Yeah.
Oh, he's like that. Like puts it down again and remembers he has a job to do. Basket of muffins. The cinnamon rolls are like large cinnamon rolls. They're like CD sized cinnamon rolls.
like triple D sized.
Yeah, something like that. And so 2 of those, a basket of muffins. I already forgot. Some fresh donuts, like a half dozen or a full dozen.
And
a
a
cheese
singular cheese Danish.
And a cheese Danish. It's about 5 gold and 5 silver for the lot.
Do you guys got any like chocolate chips?
Deep sigh emanates from Maverick.
We have several items with chocolate chips in them, but we use
Like
the
the
chocolate
singular,
chip.
like you don't just sell the ingredients, your entire bakery.
No, we bulk them wholesale. We get
just
a
sell
lot of,
me a little bit.
as he
Are
looks
there
at it, he
new
just like
methods of torture every day from this one?
he looks.
And you thought the 9 hells were bad. Okay.
Holy shit! What a pair of quotes. Thinking inspiration point, each of you.
Thank you.
That's incredible. As he like looks at you and like goes back into the kitchen, 2 minutes later comes out with a gloved hand of chocolate chips, places them on the counter, and says, I use my bags for my products. This isn't a product, this is an ingredient. And he says, for the handful, he like puts it down, it's like, I don't know, like another gold, I guess?
That's too much.
As you see him like clench a fist around the chocolate chips, some of them like spill out onto the counter.
You can't sell them now, they're on the counter.
Maverick puts 5 gold down and looks at this man and says, end my misery.
As he takes it and just points out the door to the shop.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna put the chips or the chocolate chips into like a bottle. Just an extra one that I have. And I leave.
You just pop the chocolate chips. If you just put them in your body, they're gonna dissolve.
No, like I put them in a bottle.
In a bottle, okay.
Like just a random bottle I have.
Sure.
Maverick starts making a beeline for the ship. Done shopping with Sundial.
I'm done shopping with Sundial. Oh my god.
Do you even know how to get there?
So this
Task
time...
locate object.
Okay, so this time spent will put you at about, you walking and talking and shopping a little bit will take you guys until about like mid-afternoon, like 2, 3 in the afternoon. At which I will ask Quinlan, Ali, and Zog, you have that gap of time to fill with whatever you'd like until you meet back up again.
So we started this conversation and I didn't get a chance to finish it out.
I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. We got sidetracked. Spell components.
Yes.
I want to cast Hollow. Hollow requires $1,000 worth, 1,000 gold worth of incense.
You can go to many temples, monasteries, or you can go to many temples, monasteries, or holy sites to buy that amount of incense.
I don't have
We know a
1,000
guy.
gold.
You can start though.
How do people cast this multiple days in a row?
They actually take jobs that make money.
Does it
Fair.
say incense which is consumed when the spell is?
Yes.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yes.
They work for a chapel that just has this as part of their fucking tax write-off. That's the answer.
That's
It's also,
a lot more
I will
parties
say
would have a
this.
lot more money by this point.
I will say this. It's
Yes.
probably because it is holy, divine. It's probably a special blessed incense. So a container of that is probably like 10K. And as everybody said, that they would have that kind of on hand or make it themselves.
See, that was going to be my follow-up question is, okay, and I
If you buy I will say this, if you are willing to buy the base incense at a much cheaper price and then pray and meditate over it to make it blessed by Umberly, that will take you downtime time, but it is something I would be willing to allow you to do.
Okay.
Something.
So this
I wonder
was
if you like-
this is where my brain.
There is base incense that is not blessed at all. There is pre-blessed incense ready to be injected with whatever, or there is pre-blessed incense that's already has a god injected into it, and there is pre-blessed incense that doesn't have a god injected into it that you can inject your own religion into that incense, and in order those go very cheaply, moderately expensively, and ridiculously expensively in that order.
So, I'm here for praying over some cheap incense.
You would also go to a temple or a monastery or otherwise to get the plain incense as well.
And with no disrespect to maybe other people here who greatly enjoy shopping episodes, would just like to say Zog went and bought incense.
Perfect.
Yes. Again.
How
He
much?
sees it. I'm willing to spend I don't know how many incense do I need? This is a weird question. What's the monetary value I add to the incense?
I will say that for perfectly plain incense,
Yes.
ready to be hallowed and blessed over and prayed over using your downtime,
Yes.
for one casting of the spell would be one full downtime's worth of prayer and 100 gold worth of incense.
Okay, so that's just something that's gonna wait.
You don't even have that much money?
I do, but I'm
You
stingy.
have a check in your desk. Uncashed.
We need to deal with that. We need to deal with that shit.
We are in a
That's
major.
literally what I was gonna do during my.
We are in a major city. We go to the bank.
Excellent. This is something I'm going to ask that we roll.
On this episode,
Yes.
Allie is
on this
not
episode, we bank.
going to the bank. Actually,
What
You
is
are
that?
not going to the bank.
no. Allie is still fucked up about the water thing and is probably trying to do yoga to get their mind off of that experience. They're
Zog.
doing they've like they made up with Zog. They go to like the back of the boat and they're just trying to not be around anyone for a minute, trying to get their mind right again.
Sure.
Okay, Zog
I
goes to
will
the
say
bank.
this is something that we're going to do after a break. But that is coming up in like 15 seconds.
Okay, Zog does that 90s movie cliche where Quinlan made a whole breakfast and he grabs an apple and then leaves.
That's so funny. Oh
I
no.
mean,
It's such a
To be
neat. I know we're
fair-
about to go on a break. Yeah.
You hear a sound and then it goes, Quinlan will remember that.
to be fair, Quinlan probably also grabbed an apple knowing that this meal was not that good.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
Not his best work.
And
Are
with
we on
that,
break?
we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Maverick and Sundial are gonna get really well along.
Welcome back to the
So
Inquisition.
Yes.
So,
Welcome to our grand adventure where Zog goes to the bank.
yeah. I am excited to say the least.
Did anyone have... Oh, I have slipped... All right, I have 550, 2,500, and 300 slips for each of those gold denominations. All right. And one that just has a phone number written on it.
I'm fact checking this.
That you cannot determine the amount that was originally written on it.
I do not bring that one.
Yeah. Well, you could, like, when was the, have you, okay, here's an even more baseline question. Has Zog ever been to a bank before?
It's probably... No, we gotta go through the Mind Palace for this. He probably hasn't been since shortly after Samori and him got a divorce.
So it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Like a little bit.
And before you guys got a divorce, how often did you go to the bank?
Like once a week. Well, she would go.
Yeah, and then would you just tag along and play with the kitty toys?
Yeah, I'd go get a lollipop sometimes.
Oh my god.
Someone knows he's a passenger princess.
Wait,
The passenger
This man is a captain of a boat.
will you?
But that's on water. On land, he's a passenger princess.
Oh, yeah.
What were those
Sally.
numbers, Zog? Because I have them written down from the day that we got the actual checks right off.
300, 550, and 2,500.
Yes.
All right.
Are
And
you
they're
also
from the-
counting the check that was given to you by Samori, by
So
the whatever?
The 2,500 gold piece one, I do not have what it was for.
Oh no, the one that you can't
Five?
determine the amount. Sorry, there were 3, and one of them was the one you couldn't determine the amount.
Yeah. There's a 550 that was from Samori. There's a
Okay.
300 from your mom.
Okay.
And then there was just a scratch off one that had a number on it. That's all I have for that one.
Okay.
The scratched off one,
I was just making sure that we had the right numbers.
I
'cause wrote
will,
them
I'm
down.
gonna make a DM call here. You want to bring the scratched off one.
With the phone number?
Because it's funny, and I
Okay.
know, and I want you to, and I'm afraid that if you don't, you're gonna miss out on a very funny thing.
Zog goes to leave it behind, and then he's like, well, worst case scenario, I'll stop at a payphone. And
A payphone. It's just like a stone hanging on a wire from like
That's wild.
just a sending stone hanging on a wire.
Yep.
That you insert. Oh, that's actually so brilliant. A sending stone with a hole in the middle that you put a gold piece in, and it's hanging on a wire. You do the call, and as soon as the call is over, you look for the gold piece, and the gold piece is gone.
Yep.
Like,
Okay.
that's great.
I am going to the bank. I put... Do I bring weapons to the bank? I don't bring weapons to the bank. I don't. I do not put the weapons on my back.
Very concerning question, almost.
All right, we're going to the bank. I see a weird clown. I ignore them because I'm not shopping.
The clown. All right.
I see Maverin pinching their nose as Sundial is talking about cinnamon rolls, and I hide so they don't see me going to the bank.
Make a stealth check.
Sure. I don't have my armor on, so I don't have disadvantage. Oh no, I don't have disadvantage at all anymore.
Yeah, correct.
Still just a flat roll. Natural 20.
Wow.
I'm a member of the crowd.
Incredible. You blend
For a
in.
total of
20.
20. Yeah.
I see you.
Retroactively, Sundial just waves. And it's just like, wait,
Hold on.
was that Zog? Like, it's like Zog without his armor blends into a crowd a little better because of all the mutated humans and the
Oh my
orcs and
god,
such.
Dippy.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, what's the name of the payphone company? And it's 2 birds, 1 stone.
Oh, that's really good. Absolutely.
Okay, continue.
2B1S for short. All right. So, there is a large palisadal building before you, columns and all, standing resolute amongst a town square filled with a couple of other important buildings. It looks like, there's like a justiciar's hall. There's the temple for you to buy your incense from, as it were.
I might do that after.
Yeah, so that just kind of like that's a quick jaunt over. But yeah, no, this reads the Central Bank of Quy'zz, and all like banks that these like written checks and all these other things kind of work with, all are under CBQ, the Central Bank of Quy'zz, and this, and then there's like a subtitle kind of in like Romanesque lettering and numerals that says, for some reason, the first 4 letters, it says Lockland Branch, but it looks like the LOCK were something else before, but it looks like they just got reprinted recently. It's very strange. Re-stenciled recently. Very strange. Lockland Regional. Walking in, very large, tall, wooden platforms that you see individual like tellers like standing behind. This is like a podium that stretches 10 feet off the ground, and there is a teller standing behind that podium, and they line the walls, and against the back wall is a part iron barred wall, and behind that wall you see a large a gigantic round metal vault door. And you see armed guards patrolling that wall and patrolling in the room with the door. But you see that there are a load of different teller podiums open to you. And you see people magically levitating on the other side of the podium, as if brought up so that consultations or withdrawals are more private.
Oh. I just walk up to the first one that's open.
You walk up to the base and you feel yourself like rising up until eventually you are brought chest level with desk and eye level with a female teller. She looks like a tiefling. Like a cross between devil and orc. So half orc, half tiefling. And so she has tusks and horns. Lots of pointy bits.
Okay.
She is conventionally attractive. And wearing what looks like a uniform and a name tag that I don't have my thing pulled up. And a name tag that reads Ubis.
Ubis.
Y-U-B-I-S. Ubis.
Okay.
And Ubis kind of looks over to you and goes, "Welcome to the Central Bank of Quy'zz, regional for Lockland. How may I help you today?"
Hi, I just am hoping to cash some checks.
Excellent. And she you slide them over, and as previously mentioned, some of these checks are in pretty scruffy condition.
Yeah.
Like, one of them has like a beer stain on it, and it's just like, it looks at it just...
I'm a ferryman. I don't hit land all too often.
Ah, understandable, sir. And you unbelievable. As she takes it and just says, "No problem," and puts it into what looks like a little kind of stone basin. And you watch as the check, which one did you hand to her first?
I just handed the whole pile.
You handed the whole pile. She takes the first one off the top, which is the 300 gold one. The one from your mother. And she like places it into this little stone basin, and you watch as it flash fries in the basin. And you see from behind her, a kind of a tubular shelf kind of unscrew from the wall, and a little, what is the word? A compartment that she opens up, and she pulls out a sack, kind of like feels the weight places it on a scale, and you hear kind of the metal creak of the scale as it sounds like a metal creak, but it also sounds enumerated. It sounds like it's actively counting as the bag is sitting on it. And she takes it off, slides that first one over to you. It is a coin purse of 300 gold. She takes the 550, does the same, places it into the thing, and it flash fries, same thing, bag, 550, bag to you. Takes the 2,500 gold one and is like, I'm surprised that this wasn't cashed sooner. And
like I said, I don't hit land often.
Double checks fine print, just like places it in the basin. The basin like sits and simmers for a moment. You hear it like actively simmering like bacon is frying in it.
Yeah.
And like she takes it out, just shakes the check, puts it back in, flash fries. Similar process. This time a larger, this time coming up from beside her, but up from below, a chest. She opens up the chest and she slides it onto the counter where the scale was. Scale, again, metal enumerated creaking noises as it counts, and like, would you like this personally or placed into an account?
Personally, please.
And she slides it, and the wall slides down, and the chest slides onto the counter that is in front of you. She takes the one with the scribbled out and the sending stone number. What number is written on the check?
8675309. No.
I'm gonna give you one more chance. What number is written on the check?
Is that how sending stone numbers work?
If you wanted to, it is normally a two groups of three numbers.
Two groups of three.
One to delineate a general region, and one group of three to delineate a general region, and one group of three to delineate a person.
Okay.
If you really cannot think of a significant number, roll it, and I will accept it.
All right. So what do you want me to roll?
Roll a d10 for each number in its place, like in order.
All right. You said it was how many groups of three?
Two groups of three. So roll a d10 6 times, and the first group of three is just like, if you roll a 0 in the leading spot, I'll let you roll it again one more time.
Oh, I did actually. Weird.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll it just one more time for. Actually, no. Sorry. Scratch that. Use that number you just rolled for the second number. The 0 is replaced with a 1.
Okay. All right. 441158.
Oh, that's the order you did it in. 441158.
Yes.
No, the 0 was only if it was in the leading spot, the very first number.
Oh, the very first number.
So 440.
No, 441058.
058. Yeah, okay. She takes this check without looking at it because she's already processed 3.
Yeah.
She places it in the pan. It flash fries. And then she gets a contact in her ear. And she's like, yeah, I read the check. What? 1 second, sir. As she like descends from her teller's position, you feel yourself kind of like, how do I describe this? You feel yourself unable to move from your position.
Okay.
Not that you would check, not that you would bother, but like if you find yourself like fidgeting in place, you are like kind of in place.
Yeah.
He comes back up and is just like, she looks at, she has a look on her face like, you're gonna have to come with me to the vault. And she and she looks at you and is just like, she descends and you also descend. At the bottom of her podium, a door opens.
Ooh.
As you go inside, you are now brought behind the teller's podium to meet her. She is about up to here on you. She's a little shorter, and she's just like, if you'll just follow me, sir.
Yeah.
You are led back behind the teller stations. And behind what looks like a chest-high fence that separates teller stations from operational room, she shows her badge to a couple of the guards. The guards step aside. And she brings you back to the vault door. She asks you, privacy's sake, please stand back while I do this.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And he like covers his eyes.
You hear the murmuring of an incantation, and then after the murmuring of the incantation, you like. It's a murmur. You can't understand the words that are said. But
Yeah.
if you had a high enough perception, which I don't know if you do.
19.
19? You would understand that it is not a language that you speak.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, you do speak Infernal.
I do speak
You
Infernal,
would
yes.
understand that it's an Infernal.
Oh, fun.
And you
A
and she
tiefling-
like
Sorry.
And
And
sh-
that is both orc and infernal. He understands both of them.
he just understand both Orc
she's-
and Infernal. No, that is right.
I
This
just
lady's
found my
speaking
next
his language.
ex-wife.
As she like as
I
the
gotta stealthy
vault
on that at
door
least.
then
Hell
like
yeah.
as the vault door then like opens wide enough for a person to walk in. And she walks in and then turns around and looks at you like,
Oh, okay. Walking
you
through.
walk in. This vault is
Yes.
full to the brim with gold bars, precious gemstones, and bags and piles of money. But you also
So-
feel as if you have stepped into another plane. This is a demi-plane that connects to all CBQ branches.
I nudged the tiefling. I'm like, looks like there's a dragon nearby.
She goes, ha ha. As she looks, and she kind of stands in the center of the room and is like, your check was too big for our personal magics to process.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So we need you to, in your own, to at your own pace, select the value of the check from this room.
Oh,
Now, as you can see, there is plenty of raw material to be turned into currency at your and then it's at this point that you begin to wonder why all of this has happened.
yeah.
And then you remember that the amount scribbled on the check was a phone number, but in reality, the bank has processed that.
Yeah, what would that be like?
As an amount
44,000?
441,058 gold worth of currency and wealth. And it is at this point that you begin to look subconsciously like, actually, I'll leave this up to you. Zog, at this
Yes.
moment in time, finally understands what's going on.
Yes.
How does he feel and how does he look? Standing in a vault full of money, being told to basically grab at will.
Etch.
Oh,
Zog?
thank you for the stretch. Brett, thank you for the stretch.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for
Brett.
the hydrate.
Zog so badly is trying to act like, yeah, you know, this happens. I'm used to this.
You
This is-
have a passive insight of 19. You're able to you're
Yeah.
able to put on a brave face.
Yeah.
This is more than a passive 19. What subtleties is Zog exhibiting? Because she has a high passive insight as well.
The big thing Zog is like instinctually trying to do is like, as silly as it sounds, he's like, just don't raise my eyebrows. Don't look surprised. That's how people know you're surprised. It's your eyebrows. Don't.
0 eyebrows. So as you're talking, there's no eyebrows.
Yes.
And she picks up on that.
Okay.
But she continues. Any items selected, including raw material, will be converted to the currency and placed into an account. We will have to do the paperwork for that. But we literally cannot personally disperse this to you until you are done.
Okay.
And then she looks at you a little more closely. And then she realizes what she did. Because she didn't look at the check first.
Hmm.
And she kind of takes 2 steps closer to you and gets like right like here. And she looks at you and she goes, "Do you have anything that you need to tell me?" But you hear a tone in her voice that she is scared.
I did not know that check was worth so much money.
Make a deception check, but it's a straight roll.
Okay.
Because of...
It's not deception. I didn't. I have no idea what that check was worth.
Which is why it is deception. It is deception of omittance.
Fine. I found my actual dice at least this time.
Because it is deception, a lie of omission, because you did not know how much the check was
Wait,
worth.
how long does Zone of Truth last?
10 minutes, I checked. It's 10 minutes.
All right, that would have been funny.
It would have been so hilarious.
Deception, I rolled a 19 on the die, which is a 21 together.
Ooh, okay. And she looks at you and goes... She nods curtly, looks at you, and is just like... I won't tell anyone if you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, by all means.
And she, like, steps back to her spot and says, "Please."
Okay.
Looking around you,
Yeah.
there are also, like, really expensive looking items in here as well, placed as collateral. But you feel as if you cannot gain the item itself, you just get the currency worth of the item, because the collateral still needs to be kept with it.
Yes.
So, what majority... So, you will start gathering 441,000 gold worth of wealth from this bank vault.
Yep.
I need you to roll a charisma saving throw.
I'm good at those.
To keep your cool and to not blow your cover.
This is... Oh, Dippy, you hit me with something I'm great at. That's a 24.
24.
Oh, good.
This is just another walk in the park for you.
This is nothing.
You walk over
I've gone
to, like,
through the halls
Yeah.
of palaces of my god. This is just
Yeah.
a fucking bank.
Yeah, and you look at like a large pile of like stacked up gold bars, and you just like, that looks like it's about the right amount.
Yeah.
Go over to it and you lay your hand upon it, and it dissolves away at your touch, as if not illusory, but as if the material itself has dissolved upon your touch.
Yeah.
And you feel as if you still need more. That pallet worth brings you up to like 300,000 out of the 440.
Okay.
And you're just like, she watches the entire pallet dissolve at your touch and is like, she is scared, but also, this is an adult channel with adult themes. You get the sense that seeing that much money disappear from the vault of this bank aroused her slightly. Like, I think Brett
Like
actually
that?
said it in the chat. He's got a money boner. The moment that she sees that amount of money disappear into someone else's pockets, she gets a money boner. And she works here. She's supposed to be deadpan straight face, and she is not currently.
Yeah. I mean, Zog just stays safe and sticks with gold. He doesn't go
Okay,
for any
yeah.
items or anything like that. He just sticks with gold.
Absolutely. So as you do that,
Did you see Zoom chat, by the way?
I am looking at Discord chat.
Okay.
That is interesting. I will look into that a little bit more later. Also in Zoom chat. Okay, and we're coming to the end. So, sticking with gold, you come to the end of you come to a sense that you touch like another pile of like coins and whatever, and it all just kind of like fades away under your touch, and then you feel your touch like kind of fade as you look, and you have cleared like a significant chunk out of the visible walkable space of this room. Now, this room, massive, expansive room, filled with gold, filled with wealth, filled with currency. But the walkable space that people like gather wealth from for large transactions is here, and you've cleared away, you've almost doubled the area of that walkable space.
Nice.
It's crazy. As she looks to you and goes, the quota of your check has been met. We can process an account for you very quickly.
Sounds good.
And she like snaps her fingers, and the floor beneath you shifts and moves in such a way that you feel yourself pulled back to the vault door, and she turns and closes the vault door behind her, like, and stands, and looking at her from behind, she goes, turns and goes, so we can double check your references if you already have an account with us, or we can make a new account for you. That's your choice.
I had a joint account at one point in time.
Excellent. We can.
So I should be in the system, but we're not putting anything in the joint account.
Excellent. We can pull your information from that.
Perfect.
I will not roleplay legalese with you. You go through the process of setting up a singular account.
Yeah, Zog's ex-wife should not know about this money.
Oh God, no! Oh God, no!
She's a lawyer.
Yeah. Actually,
the keyword in that is
your ex-wife. Actually, your ex-wife is a lawyer. If something happens with this money, if someone else brings this up, you know someone who is good with law.
Yep.
But you go through the logistics of setting up an individual account, or, if you'd like, setting up an account for the boat. That's up to you.
Zog?
You're given the option of, what is it called? A family account. A family account, where,
I was thinking like an LLC.
Like a business account?
Like a business account?
Yeah.
Okay, you go through the legalese of setting up a business account. What name do you give the business?
Toad. No. Yeah, just Toad Skipper Inc.
Toad Skipper Incorporated.
Yeah.
Interesting. She goes, at some point in the next 30 days, we'll need a co-signer as a guarantor for the business account, but we'll take care of that later.
Okay.
Just any other person to co-sign for the business side. For the business
Money
account.
with collateral? There's three people who could definitely do that. You gotta pick now.
Who can do what?
Who? Oh, people, because the co-signer is gonna need to be somebody with collateral.
You got 3 people who own land.
Yeah, you have Sundial, who has a deed to property somewhere in Quy'zz. You have Allie, who I feel I must reiterate owns a keep on another continent in this world. And Mavrin, a literal thane of a lord of hell. Like, choice.
Yeah.
Finishing the logistics, she kind of like tunk 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 tunk, like stamp sign, initial, and this takes up a majority of your time. Buying the incense takes up the rest. As she looks to you and goes, "We appreciate you opening a new account with the Central Bank of Quy'zz." And then she leans in, and this is back on the teller, back on the privacy teller. And she leans in, and she goes, "It's normally not within my purview to say anything like this, but if you ever need help, I'll be here."
Yeah.
And she just like looks at you, and then your 19 insight picks up on something else. And I'll leave it at that. And she leans back and says, "You have a wonderful rest of your day."
As I'm saying, like, yeah, you as well. I am taking one of her business cards and writing my sending stone number.
As you slide it over, she like takes it and slides it. She's not wearing a jacket, so you're confused as to why she slides it underneath her shirt. For like 2 seconds, and then you realize, and then you leave.
She's built like one of the cinnamon rolls I can buy here.
So with that, how much of your 440,000 gold do you withdraw from your business account?
All right, well, I take out 1,000 for incense that I don't have to fucking pray over anymore.
It's pre-blessed set. I don't fucking know. Anybody ever seen
what's
that?
So yeah, for the incense, the pre-blessed, pre-blessed inject your own religion is 1,000 for one casting.
Yes.
But you can buy a container, as was mentioned by Donna before, or someone else before, I forget who. As was mentioned before, you can buy a container that holds 10,000 gold worth if you want.
Yeah, see, I'm just going to do that. Or 10,000 gold worth.
So 10 castings.
I only need to do it the one time.
Oh, no, wait, yeah, you do. Wait, no, sorry.
What if you want?
As was clarified. Sorry. Then at that point, it would be a container of 100 for plain, 500 for pre-blessed, but with a certain god, and 1,000 for pre-blessed of your own.
Imagine the awkwardness if you got incense blessed by the wrong god.
See, that's exactly. I'm gonna get the ones that I put my own blessing in.
That would be hilarious, but also, my god, yeah. Like, also, I find it worth pointing out. You would not be able to find pre-blessed incense for Umberlee.
Yes, that's what I just.
Umberlee is not a highly worshipped god in these parts.
Yeah, so I buy the ones that I have to bless myself.
A la a conversation you've already had with her.
Yeah.
Of, I'm tired of not being worshipped. I will make these people worship me. No, yeah,
So
duration until dispelled. But it does take 24 hours to cast.
It
That's
does.
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of time, and it also takes 1,000 gold of stuff. And you dispel that whenever. Okay. So
I pull out. So I already got the 850 from the other two checks.
Yes, you got the 850 plus the 2,500. So 30.
Oh, I forgot about the 2,500.
So you have 2,500 plus 850, which is 3,350, correct?
Yes.
So 3,350 plus however much you want to draw out of 440,000.
I pull out another 1,000 for boat repair, or technically 2,000.
Sure.
For the other 1,000 goes to the incense, so 2,000 overall from it.
Sure. And the 1,000 is to pay your parents, because your parents are coming.
Yeah, for materials and pay my parents for
materials. Yeah, sure. There you go. Okay, 1,000 gold. So 2,000 gold. So 430. So I think it was 441. So you now have 439. 439,058. I will tell you to write that number down once and keep track of it from this point forward.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
And a 3. And a 2.
We're good.
1. Perfect. You buy your incense, you return to your boat.
And I say nothing. Lips are sealed.
If I win the lotto, I'm not going to say anything. There will be signs.
There will be signs.
There will be signs.
Zog comes back with an all-gold pirate
I was
hat.
about to
There'll
say.
be signs of
I was
incense.
about to say. It's like the fucking Family Guy episode where they win the lottery. Zog just comes back in a full gold-plated titanium fucking suit of armor, just like, what? Zog, you look different.
No, this is how I dress every day.
No. All right.
I got
so,
donuts
Oh, hell yeah. Good job, bud.
and big ass
Maverick
cinnamon
looks
rolls.
so exasperated. Maverick steps onto the boat, and it's just never again.
Quinlan, I got you a thing. Sorry. What did you say?
Oh,
Never again.
Did Sundial rope you into shopping?
Let's just say I have new ways to torture people.
Hmm.
Yeah,
All right.
you already used that line. So anyway, you are
Quinlan,
all
I have a
reconvened
gift.
on the boat after about, it is now about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I will ask this once because we have very little time before we should get going. Is there anything else you wish to do for the rest of the day? Or do you want to just wait it out for tomorrow?
Fucker.
Because you
What?
can do downtime as well. What
Cat
happened?
just bit me.
Aw.
I went to go do this, and the cat just went and bit my thumb. She's a
Incredible.
little spicy.
Incredible.
Her name's Mochi. I give Quinlan his bottle, the iron nut bottle of question. I don't know what's in it, but I thought you could hit people with it.
Quinlan, you are handed an iron flask. You feel liquid inside, but you don't know what it is. It has not been uncorked.
And
feels
Sundial
heavy.
did just say that he doesn't know what it is.
Exactly.
But I thought you could use it to hit people.
It's pretty heavy. It looks like a glass flask that a potion would be in, but it's made of iron instead.
Is
Something
there
else you notice about it? Go ahead with your question first.
there's the square tie for like carrying things that's
Yeah.
just very simple and like loose, doesn't
Yeah.
uh
That like goes up
could
underneath
I-
the lip of something to carry.
Yeah.
I get you. Yeah.
does it have that kind of a lip?
Yeah, it does. All
Okay,
of the
cool.
flasks, all flasks like that have a lip for pouring and for ease of transport. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just gonna quickly make up a small little throwing thing and then hand it back to Sundial while we're talking.
Oh, cool. No, this is you.
Why do you want me to, aren't you also, you magical?
Yeah. But I like to get things for my friends.
Couldn't you just catapult it?
I could. But I'm going to use catapult for myself. I'm in a jar for a reason. And I start walking off.
In a jar for a reason is wild.
Wow. All right, Quinlan, you may add iron flask of question mark to your inventory. Range 2060.
Okay.
How much damage does it do?
1d6.
Yeah, I would say with the iron is a d6.
It's like one of those, like, not a kettlebell, but it's kind of similar to a kettlebell, like, but it's on the end of a string. The guy on TikTok uses it a lot. It's great.
Yeah.
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 Master Kintsu or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
something like
that's what I based the
the rope dart.
rope
Yeah.
dart.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I was thinking of too.
Well, now you
I was
have
like, oh, yeah.
the blunt. You now have the bludgeoning damage version of your rope dart, basically. it's
It's a rope
Meteoroid
stone.
something.
it's what?
Hey,
A rope stone.
Rope stone.
The meteor hammer now.
Meteor
Small-
hammer.
That's
There
meteor
we go.
hammer. Meteor hammer.
hey. It can come in handy. Sometimes you don't need to stab everything.
Allie,
Sometimes you need them alive with a little bit of brain damage.
you
I
feel
like
you've
stabbing.
been meditating for a little bit. You feel as if you've calmed down.
Okay.
To some extent. To what to the exact extent I'll leave up to you, but you feel like you have recovered.
I can mask normalcy, kind of,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
calmed down. Yeah.
There's just the faintest sound, like in the back of your ears, of water lapping against the rocks below where where the boat is dry docked. But the sensation that you get from it has changed. The exact change I will leave up to you, but it has changed somehow. I will leave that up to you to determine. As the rest of you find yourselves puttering and pondering, yes, Mavrin.
Mavrin waits for Allie to be done meditating. Once they're done, he will walk over and present the potion of
Lingomancy?
Lingomancy to
Lingomancy.
Allie.
You're presented with a glass flask with a thick blue liquid in it.
Oh, thanks. You went shopping?
Unfortunately, I went shopping with Sundial.
I'm sure that experience was
Enlightening.
a delight. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Sorry, I left you at the inn.
Well, there was nothing saying you had to stay.
I wanted to. Did you want? Were you sad? How did you feel when I wasn't there this morning?
You're asking an emotionally repressed, ruthless thane of hell.
Allie's not fully
If he
thinking
was
straight right now.
How
It's
they
fine. That's why they changed the
feel.
phrasing.
How he feels.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take what I can get.
Thank you for the potion.
Well, I saw it and I thought a clever potion for a cunning linguist.
Blush. Blush.
Fucking shit, man.
I mean,
Obvious
you
pun
have-
is obvious. Take an inspiration point.
if you are interested, maybe later I could show you just how good I am with my tongue.
Always. Pharaoh grin.
This is an adult channel with adult themes. This is an adult channel with adult themes. This is an
I
adult channel with adult
did give a
themes.
disclaimer at the beginning, so
There wasn't, and there's a disclaimer on the channel. Anyway.
There is.
I was gonna pocket the potion to identify later, and is very happy for the distraction.
There is a label that reads Potion of Lingomancy.
Okay. Do I know what that is though?
No.
I will identify it later.
The description was written underneath the potion in the store, not
Right.
on the bottle.
I'll identify later.
Sure. But you may note down on your paper for now Potion of Lingomancy, because it's just a thing that I made, and I'm so excited for you to try.
I'm really excited to try it.
All right.
Real quick, does Maverick pick up on Allie's previous discomfort.
Can I roll?
What is
Like,
your...
is that a contested roll?
Wait, hold on. Let me just look at Maverin's sheet so that I don't have to ask.
My passive insight is 20.
20, yes. I'll leave that up to Allie.
I want to roll for it.
What would
Probably
that
deception.
will be that I will. Here's what I will say. Make it a performance check, because you were carrying yourself in a specific way, having calmed down from a traumatic experience.
7.
Performance ties to body language.
8. So 15.
15.
Pretty average.
Pretty average. Pretty average.
So probably, I mean, Maverin's never seen Allie meditate before. But I'm assuming Maverin has seen people try to meditate before in varying states of success, and it didn't look peaceful.
You see a flicker, like the smile suave falls for a second, and he looks very scary, and then it picks back up immediately.
Did you get anything else when you were shopping?
Red.
Red? Well, yes, you are red,
You see
but like,
No, bread.
You see a
Oh,
half-eaten.
bread!
You see a half-eaten cheese Danish.
is that good? Can I
Hands you the other half.
takes a bite? Is it good?
It is passable.
Passable.
It's a cheese Danish. It's. Have you ever eaten a cheese Danish before?
Maverin has never had a cheese Danish before.
Maverick has
This
never
is
had a cheese
fucking
Danish before.
fantastic.
Yeah. All right. A denizen of hell giving a glowing review to cheese Danishes. All right.
Why do you think I wanted to take him to a bakery?
I taste it, now acknowledging it mentally that it's mid, and just go, that was probably worth shopping with Sundial.
Oh.
Sundial just catching strays.
Allie's
What
been
did
shopping
you-
with Sundial. We
Sundial, what did
understand that
you-
experience.
That's actually a good question. Sundial, what did you do with the rest of the baked goods that you bought?
Oh, I brought it for everybody else to be able to have.
So you got the 2
Because I knew
cinnamon
Quinlan
rolls.
was gonna
one of
suck.
them,
Kidding.
one of the cinnamon rolls was for Mavrin. I thought.
Maverin really had no interest other than the cheese Danish. That was the one thing that
I mean,
he
I was
actually
planning on
grabbed.
letting Maverick try the cinnamon rolls, but I bought definitely a dozen donuts, cinnamon rolls.
Dozen donuts, a
Nah,
basket of muffins.
Probably
You
a
had
cinnamon roll where we
two
could split it in half
as
because they're
previously
massive.
described, 2 large cinnamon rolls.
Yes.
Like
That would be
shareable
cut into
size cinnamon.
fourths and stuff.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
food is had, evening came, night followed. You all
That was
drift
dinner?
off to sleep as the noise of the water and the noise of the night encapsulate your boat and your various rooms at the inn. Actually, just one more clarification. Yeah. Your rooms at the tavern are still booked for a couple of days. Who returns to the tavern and who stays with the boat? If anyone stays with the boat.
I'm gonna go to the tavern. I like the smell of the flowers on the bed.
Tavern?
Boat.
Boat?
I would. Oh, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was gonna say I would probably try to convince Maverick to go back there just for privacy's sake. so Allie can make good on that promise.
Tavern?
But yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Tavern?
Tiefling Orc's house.
Ooh.
Quinlan realizing he can't make a wife out of a hoe.
Out of a hoe. Oh, it's funny.
So Quinlan, does that mean that you stay with the boat or go back to the tavern?
Oh, he's still staying with the boat.
Still staying with the boat. Okay. All right.
He likes his outside hammock time.
All I will close with is asking Zog for a performance check. and we will pick up the next session in
You know what?
the
No,
morning.
I'll do it in roll 20 so everyone knows how good Zog is.
Not roll 20.
I roll
really
20.
want you to
Alright, fine.
fail this
Or
for
how
some
bad.
reason.
You mean
No,
wait,
yeah, roll 20.
You
or
mean
not
you
roll
mean
20.
bad.
D&D Beyond?
D&D Beyond.
Yes.
Here we go.
Performance.
On
We
the
got
line.
ourselves 19.
Oh,
Hey,
that's a
that's not bad.
good
That's good.
roll.
That's not bad.
That's off to you.
Nice.
I'm also a cunning linguist.
And on that, we will end the mission. So, thank you all so much for watching this episode of the In-Quy'zz-ition. We will pick up tomorrow. Not tomorrow. We will pick up in the morning of the next day in the game. And that will probably be
We will pick up next session.
next session, July 4th. Is going to be busy for people, yes or no?
Probably.
Yes.
July 11th. then.
Yeah.
Let's look at July 11th then.
Yeah, that would be safer because
Or
7-11,
if you're
everybody
feeling
get
up
their
to it,
slushies.
or if you're feeling up to it next week to the 27th.
We'll
I
figure
don't
it
have
out.
a job right now, so
I mean
Okay.
Same.
that could work too.
We'll figure it out. You guys have a great night. People have to
Yes.
go. I have to let dogs out.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Monday's the Dapper D's. We're probably going to do part 2 of the Mega Dapper Draft. Tuesday, Dark Energy? Question mark.
Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see where everyone else is at.
Thursday, probably Moonlit Mist? Question mark. And maybe next Friday, the next episode of In-Quy'zz-ition as well. So we are back in action, baby. Thank you so much for watching. We're happy that you're along for the ride with us. Thank you, players, for playing. You were wonderful tonight.
thank you for hosting.
Very, very emotional at some points, funny at others, and right in between when you needed to be. I loved it. Thank you so much. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, your adventure matters. Roll your initiative. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.